If you only knew what goes on behind the scenes. We're here anyway. It's Friday, it's 2 p.m. in the UK, and it's time for Ask Angelika with Angelika and me. Hello, Angelika.
Hello, Stephen.
Right, okay. Now, Angelika picks a different town or city in Germany every other week, so we can actually visit it. Angelika, where are we going today?
Well, we need the letter R. And obviously there are lots of places beginning with R. But I've chosen one that I haven't been to yet either, and it's Ravensburg. Now, whether you've ever been to Germany or not, you may think, I've heard that word before. I don't know what it is, but I've heard it before, and you're not mistaken. But why or where you've heard it before, well, they will just have to wait. You'll have to wait till the last few sentences that we'll look at today.
Teasing people, but do stay around and you'll find out all about Ravensburg and something else. I can't say either because I'm sworn to secrecy too. Now, the way that this works is simple and straightforward. Angelika's put together 10 sentences in German and helpfully provided the translations, but I haven't read them. I don't read them in advance. What's going to happen is I will read the 10 sentences in German and my pronunciation will be corrected. And then together, Angelika and I will translate it. If you want to play along, then you can read the sentences in German and you can help with the translation by typing your translation into the comments. And we say hello to Chris. Hello, Chris. Nice to see you.
Hello, Chris. Yeah.
Right, so let's start by going over to the agenda and phrase 1. Now, I was tempted to say Ravensburg, but it's not, is it?
Ravensburg.
Right, so let's get it correct from the beginning. Ravensburg ist die Kreisstadt des Landkreises Ravensburg.
Yeah, that was a little bit of English pronunciation in there again, wasn't it? Ravensburg.
Oh, yeah.
Ravensburg ist die Kreisstadt des Landkreises Ravensburg.
Right. Ravensburg, because we're going to be using that probably in all 10 sentences. So the translation. Chris, do you want to try the translation? We'll give you a second or two to actually translate that, and you can learn along with me some German. And I'll say hello to Corinda. And Corinda, I hope you're okay. Corinda is currently in hospital, so we send our good we send our good wishes to you, Corinda, and thanks for joining us. Okay, now the question is, okay, nobody else is going to have a go, so
to you then.
It's up to me. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take a flyer and say Ravensburg is the Kreisstadt. Stadt is town. Kreis is Vasperator Kreis. I know we've had it before, but if you can help.
On its own, it would be a circle, but that doesn't make any sense, does it? It's not a circle.
Town circle.
No, it's
well,
let's look at the next word first, Landkreis, because we've got the word Kreis in there again. It's sort of the district.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah, if you well, it's I think it's probably the closest translation would be the district. It's a little bit tricky to sort of translate districts and counties and states and things like this because they're not exactly the same.
Let's take a comment from Corinda. Ravensburg is means British, right? No, Ravensburg is a town in Germany, and everything that we say today, 10 sentences, will all be about Ravensburg. We just got the one topic, which is learning German. And if you want to watch and learn, then please do. Now, I'm going over to bring that sentence up for the third time.
So if we know that Landkreis is the district, then therefore Kreisstadt
is the capital.
The district town is capital always sounds a bit too big, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yes, basically it would be the capital of Ravensburg. So Yeah, sorry.
County town?
Well, district town, because it's not
District town.
It's district is closer than county.
Right. Okay. So the official translation now, we're in English. Do I still say Ravensburg or Ravensburg?
No, you can now pronounce it anyway.
I can do what I want now, can I?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Ravensburg is a district town of the district of Ravensburg. Okay. So let's go on to the next one. And the German phrase is Ravensburg liegt in Oberschwaben, Baden-Württemberg.
Ravensburg liegt in Oberschwaben, Baden-Württemberg.
Right. We'll go with Ravensburg. Lies in the over forest.
No, this is an area. I mean, Baden-Württemberg was one of the states that hasn't got an English translation, so it's still Baden-Württemberg. And Swabia, sorry, Schwaben.
Schwaben, we've got you.
Swabia.
Stephen, we've got it at last.
So it's Upper Swabia.
Upper Swabia. Okay, so let's take the translation. And translation is Ravensburg is located in Upper Swabia, Baden-Württemberg. So whereabouts is it? Is it in the north or south of Germany?
South. Oh, hello, Stephen.
Oh, that's Stephen.
The other Stephen.
Wie geht's? See, I'm practicing all the time, Stephen. I'll get it right one day. Okay.
It's in the south. It's pretty close to Bavaria, pretty close to Switzerland. So
right.
Very south.
It's close to Bavaria, but it's not Bavarian.
No, it's not.
Definitely not.
No.
Right. Okay. Phrase 3. Das ist in der Nähe vom Bodensee.
Das ist in der Nähe vom Bodensee.
It's it's near to Bodensee. It's in the region of Bodensee, in the neighborhood.
Well, it's near Bodensee, but what's Bodensee?
Es ist ein Lake.
Yeah. Which one?
Oh, Bodensee. Ich weiß nicht.
Because in English we don't call it Bodensee.
Oh, that's tricky.
Yeah, very. That's why I like this sentence, because we call this lake something completely different.
Lake
Constance.
Let's go for the translation. So there we are. It's near to Lake Constance. Okay. So phrase number 4 of 10, and we're still in Ravensburg. Ravensburg at eine alte Burg, die Veitsburg.
Ravensburg hat eine alte Burg, die Veitsburg.
Ravensburg has an old castle, which is called the Veitsburg Castle.
That's the name, yeah. The Veitsburg.
Okay.
They don't have a translation for that one.
Veitsburg. Okay, so I'll take a little break and we'll speak to Corinda. And Corinda's saying that means that beer is the Bodensee. Possibly. And over to Stephen. And Stephen, geht's gut, Baden-Württemberg, nicht so weit aus Stuttgart.
Well, Stuttgart is in Baden-Württemberg. So, by the way, is Weiblingen.
Weiblingen, we know that.
I need to have a look at my map now, because luckily above me, which you can't see, I've got a map.
I can't,
no, which is my secret. It tells me a lot of things, not everything, but Stuttgart, I would say sort of middle of Baden-Württemberg, whereas Ravensburg is right at the bottom.
Yeah. See, what I've got above me is this. And that's what I can see. I can't see a wall. I can just see that.
Well, I tell you now, if I take that map down, I wouldn't be able to show it on the screen anyway. It's huge. It's about I don't know. We've got A3, A2, A1. I don't know. Quite big.
Just a translation for Stephen. Stephen says he's doing well. Baden-Württemberg, not so far from Stuttgart. Nicht so weit aus Stuttgart. And over, Corinda has got a question, and we know it's nearly the 31st of October, All Hallows Eve or Halloween. What's the German for Halloween, Angelika?
Halloween.
There are some words, Corinda, which are international and don't change. So
it's because
Halloween,
the tradition, all the Halloween tradition has been taken over from America. So there's just
it has, yeah. It all started in America. And back to Stephen. And Stephen is saying, Empfingen, 50 Kilometer Süd auf Stuttgart, ich dort gearbeitet.
Yeah, Empfingen is not on my map, so it's not
No.
a very big place.
And Empfingen, which is 50 miles south of Stuttgart, and Stephen has worked there.
Yeah.
You're giving me some extra work here, Stephen. You do understand this, don't you? Anyway, let's move on, and we'll carry on with the lesson. It's all working out rather well. I'm going to try and find, I think we're on phrase 4 last time, so it must be phrase 5 now. Zur Veitsburg kann man hochlaufen.
Yeah, Zur Veitsburg kann man hochlaufen.
Right, okay. So Weisberg is the castle, as we know. So one can. Lauf is to walk.
Yeah.
Hawk is high, correct?
Yeah, but that doesn't quite make sense here now, does it?
Climb?
No, luckily not climb, just walk up.
Right, you can actually walk up to the castle.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. And translation is, you can walk up to Weisberg. Okay. Next one, I'll come to comments after this, translating this. And phrase 6, Ravensburg hat viele Türme aus dem 14., because I've seen the full stop, und 15. Jahrhundert.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Ravensburg hat viele Türme aus dem 14. und 15. Jahrhundert.
Okay, Stephen, do you want to take a crack at this one? We'll wait for a second or two. Okay, there is a slight delay, but I'll have a go. Ravensburg has many towers from the 14th and 15th century.
Yeah.
All good. Okay, many towers. Okay, so over to Stephen. And Stephen, that was it about Stuttgart and Stephen working there. And it is ein kleines Dorf.
I think he meant es ist ein kleines Dorf. So he's talking about Empfingen, which is a little village, and that would explain why it's not on my map.
Many towers.
Towers, yeah.
Yep, correct, Chris. Well done. And on to the next comment from Stephen. Okay, thank you, Stephen. Stephen, meet Chris. Chris is in Antwerp in Belgium and a good friend. So this is Stephen. Stephen is in the UK and he is learning German. Well, he knows he's German, not learning it. Right. Okay. And is also a good friend. All right. So on to the next one. And okay. All right. Phrase 7. I'm losing track here.
That's a
Auf zwei Türme kann man steigen.
Auf zwei Türme kann man steigen.
So on you can actually stand on 2 of the towers.
Well, steigen, I'm not sure whether you can stand on top of them. Steigen is to climb.
Climb.
So you can climb them, but not on the outside.
No. Yeah, stairs inside.
Yeah.
You can climb up to 2 of them, the many towers.
Yeah.
Phrase 8. Now this is where you were headed. Die Firma Ravensburger kommt aus Ravensburg.
Yeah, die Firma Ravensburger kommt aus Ravensburg.
And I'll do the translation. And so the Ravensburger company comes from Ravensburg.
Well, the company is called Ravensburger.
Yes.
Yeah. And this may ring a bell to some of the people, but if not yet, then it should do with the next two sentences.
Okay, next item, phrase 9 of 10. Sie stellt Gesellschaft. Excuse me, Stephen knows what I'm doing. I'm just getting ready for this because this is the big one. Sie stellt Gesellschaftsspiele und Puzzles her.
Ja, sie stellt Gesellschaftsspiele und Puzzles her.
Now, Gesellschaftsspiele is a long word with a small meaning. They make games and puzzles.
Yeah, Gesellschaftsspiele is board games.
Yeah.
And I had a bit of searching in the dictionary because I thought, well, actually, board game, if you translate it literally, is Brettspiel, which we also use.
Yeah.
But in Germany, we tend to call them Gesellschaftsspiele. Now, the proper translation of that would be parlor games. And I don't think anybody plays parlor games anymore.
Oh, yes, yeah. In the 18th and 19th century in the UK, most definitely. They produced board games and puzzles. Okay, now I'm going to take a couple of comments and over to Stephen. And 9 für mich unmöglich. Would you like to translate that and say
it was impossible for him? I think that was from earlier on when you asked him to translate.
All right, okay. Thank you. And guten Tag, Chris. And Chris and Stephen are connecting. See, we answered that.
Yes, we have.
We did. In fact, are you doing a show and tell now, or when we get to the next
do
one?
the last sentence first.
Okay. Okay. Now, I'm going to go a crack at this, Stephen and Chris. Let's go for it. 1959 erschien das Spiel Memory, which is das über 50 Millionen Mal verkauft wurde.
Yeah. Well done. I thought when I saw that number, I thought I had to use that. So 1959 erschien das Spiel Memory, das über 50 Millionen Mal verkauft wurde.
Yeah. And in 1959, a game called Memory was created, and over 50 million copies have been sold worldwide.
So far. Right? And this is not the original game, but this is one of them. Tia Baby, this one is Memory. I had a quick look in my shelf and I found 4. One of them I couldn't get to, Ravensburger games. So this is actually a Memory one. And you can just about see the 2 cards, which are the same, because the idea is that you find the 2 that go. There's another one here, which I've played with children lots of times. And just to show that those 2 I bought, all these I bought in the charity shop. Those 2 are actually German games, but just to show that it's international, because I found this in a charity shop as well, which is a Ravensburg game, but it's called World Wheel, and it says a skillful game of finding hidden words. There we are. Lots of people have probably heard the word Ravensburger or seen the word Ravensburger on games.
And Chris is saying that to Stephen. Wonderful. And Corinda is saying, guys, I got to go now. Doctors tell me what's going to happen. Okay, take care, Corinda, and we hope to hear from you again soon. And thank you for watching. Hopefully we actually distracted you a little bit. Thank you. Dankeschön. Vielen Dank. Okay. Now, we've been through all 10 sentences. I've read them out, but now we're going to have them read out perfectly in perfect German and sort of perfect English as well. We're going to try. So we're going to go through the 10 sentences again. You can say them with us if you wish. You don't get any prizes, just the joy of knowing that we've all learned something today. So let's begin.
Ravensburg ist die Kreisstadt des Landkreises Ravensburg.
Station. Ravensburg is the district town of the district of Ravensburg.
Ravensburg liegt in Oberschwaben, Baden-Württemberg.
Ravensburg is located in Upper Swabia, Baden-Württemberg.
Das ist in der Nähe vom Bodensee.
That is near Lake Constance. Now you notice that in this occasion, this is quite rare, isn't it, for it to be renamed, yeah, from Bodensee to Lake Constance. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Bodensee. Boden is floor, so you floor lake just doesn't sound right, does it?
Right. Okay.
So I think we would need to look at the history of where the name Bodensee comes from, and then also where the name Lake Constance comes from. But
Right.
it throws people because you can't even see a resemblance somewhere.
No.
Which is a nice thing. Okay, right. Ravensburg hat eine alte Burg, die Veitsburg.
Ravensburg has an old castle which is called the Weitsburg. The Weitsburg. No. Okay, phrase 5.
Zur Veitsburg kann man hochlaufen.
And that translates to you can walk up to Weitsburg.
Ravensburg hat viele Türme aus dem 14. und 15. Jahrhundert.
Ravensburg has many towers from the 14th and 15th centuries.
Auf 2 Türme kann man steigen.
Oh. You can climb up 2 towers, and as Angelika explained, that's on the inside, not the outside.
At least
staircases, probably.
We'll probably get lots of calls now saying you can actually climb up on the outside. I have no idea. Die Firma Ravensburger kommt aus Ravensburg.
The company Ravensburger comes from Ravensburg.
Sie stellt Gesellschaftsspiele und Puzzles her.
They produce board games and puzzles.
1995? No, 1959. See?
Got you, because I got it wrong too.
Yeah, living in England too long, and I sometimes get the numbers wrong as well. 1959 erschien das Spiel Memory, das über 50 Millionen Mal verkauft wurde.
And the translation of phrase 10, final phrase, is in 1959 the game Memory was published, which has been sold over 50 million times. It's quite an achievement, actually.
That is a very big achievement, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go down to the end. I'll get there eventually. I'm going to switch that off, and then I'm going to switch over to the comments. And okay, and comment from Stephen: Ich habe heute gelernt steigen, wann man der Treppe unter benutze.
Yeah, Treppe runtersteigen. Or die Treppe hochsteigen. If you climb the stairs or you come down again. Yeah. Okay. That's where you would use it. Steigen is used for a lot of things. If you're looking up trains or buses, einsteigen is to get in. Umsteigen, to change trains or buses. Aussteigen, to get off. And then die Treppe runtersteigen, to get down the stairs. Die Treppe hochsteigen, get up the stairs. Or climb a tower.
Wonderful. Right, now I'm just going to bring 2 things on screen. One, to remind us that this has been Ask Angelika episode 26, Ravensburg, and this is Ravensburg. And that's the Rathaus, isn't it? The town hall.
It certainly looks like it. I don't know.
Yeah, Wikipedia says it is. So
It
this
is.
is from Wikipedia.
Yeah.
We thank Wikipedia for sending us a picture of Ravensburg.
Yeah, and Wikipedia will know a lot more about it than I do.
I know a lot more about it now after that.
Yes.
Oh, good.
I was puzzled when I read the sentence about the game Memory.
Yeah.
Because that's an English name.
It is.
I was reading, and that at the time they were thinking about names and couldn't quite find a really nice, concise, catchy name. But they did have an English person working with them as well, and they asked him, and he said, well, he spoke to his kids, and they called it the memory game because that's what it's doing. It was testing their memory, and that's how it came to get an English name. At least that's according to one website where I read it.
Well,
I'm sure
I'll go with that. That makes total sense.
A lot of sense. Yeah.
Right. Do you know where we're doing the alphabet? So we've done Ravensburg, which is L. Where are we going next time, Angelika? Do you know?
Beginning with T.
S. S.
No. Oh, we got S first. Yes, you're right.
We can have S. Right. Okay. This is going to be called the Stephen effect. If you're watching the show yesterday, no, not go there. Right. Okay. So we don't know until we actually get to the show.
Yeah.
Angelika,
well, I know where we're going.
Angelika, would you like to say tschüss to everybody?
Yeah, I will say tschüss. I know where we're going in 2 weeks' time because that's a place I know very well. But I think we'll leave the rest till then. So I hope you enjoyed this show about Ravensburg. I hope you come and join us again in 2 weeks' time when we'll be visiting a place beginning with S. And until then, it's tschüss von mir.
And tschüss von mir. Thank you, Corinda, Chris, and Stephen. Bye for now. There we go.